People of all professions dream of being their own boss and opening their own business, and those in the optical industry are no exception. But where to begin? Hi, I'm Nancy Hornbeck reporting from Garden City, New York. If you are looking to be an independent business owner, Sterling Optical is a great place to start. I recently met with Sterling Optical's dream team, Sam Herskowitz, Miles Lewis, and Chris Payan, to find out how they have helped countless people all over the nation open and maintain successful specialty retail optical franchise businesses.
Sterling Optical is a 90-year-old retail optical brand, currently owned and operated by Emerging Vision Inc. We actually have two retail brands, Sterling Optical and Sight for Sore Eyes. Sight for Sore Eyes is a smaller chain that we have in Northern California.
Who uses and benefits from your products and services?
On the top level, the products and services of Emerging Vision Inc. are utilized and benefited by our franchisees. In other words, our products and services are back office operation programs, marketing programs, merchandising programs, buying programs for our franchisees so that they can operate their business on a day-to-day basis as if they are part of a national chain. When in reality, they are part of a national chain. On a secondary level, or maybe it's the primary level, our consumers, the retail customer, benefits from our products and services by buying contact lenses, eyeglasses, and accessories every single day in our stores.
It is highly unusual to have a triad management team. Can you explain the management team and what each officer does? We
have divided the responsibilities into functions that we're each responsible for, so that Chris is responsible for finance. He's the CFO. He's responsible for finance, accounting, investor relations, SEC reporting, real estate, legal. Miles is really responsible for the business development. He really drives the growth of our business. It's his area that handles franchise development, franchise growth, opens up new markets, growth on the managed care side, that is entering into new agreements or making sure that our franchisees are on as many insurance panels, managed care panels as they possibly can be. It's such a big part of the business today that Miles' effort helped to bring in more store traffic, more customers into our store if they're members of those particular managed care plans. And I'm responsible for all the marketing, advertising, the merchandising, that is the product area, and also the franchise support. We have extensive support systems here, both in our support center and also in the field for our franchisees.
Why is it so important to marry personal care and service of an independent operator with the advantage of a national chain?
A consumer wants to have trust in the store that they're shopping in, especially in our particular business where you're marrying retail with medical, and of course there's a fashion aspect. There's great trust in a well-known brand. Sterling Optical, as we've discussed, is a 90-year-old brand. Our Sight for Sore Eyes brand is a 25-year-old brand. There's tremendous trust and, of course, brand awareness. As I said, when a store opens, that brand awareness is instantaneous. If you open an independent store, it may take 25 or 90 years to build that same level of awareness of the brand and trust in the brand. At the same time, people, especially in most of the cities, towns that we're in throughout the country, people have great trust in their neighbor, great trust in a local independent operator.
So what level of support does the corporate office provide the individual franchisee?
If you're an independent retailer, in addition to dealing with your customers every single day on the sales floor, you have to worry about product selection, you have to worry about merchandising, you have to worry about your store design, you have to handle all of your marketing, your advertising. So you've got to look at your books and understand your numbers and understand where you can cut costs. You have to negotiate with salespeople walking through your door every single day, advertising salespeople, product salespeople. Additionally, you have to train your staff, you have to develop systems for selling. All of this is done for you when you're a franchisee. As a franchisee, you're able to operate your store and that means literally operate your store. Take care of the employees in your store and take care of your customers, which is most important. We strive to do it as much as we can for our franchisees, or make the tools and systems available to them so that their complete focus can be on the customers when they walk through the door. Their complete focus can be on generating as many sales as possible.
The reason you would choose Sterling Optical over, say, going into business on your own in the optical business as an independent operator is, one, the day you open as a Sterling Optical, you have a 90-year-old brand name with instant name recognition in the market. Two, you participate with all the other franchisees in the market in an advertising program. Okay? If you're an independent practitioner, your advertising program is not produced by a full-service New York ad agency like we have. And the third reason really is we have a lot of buying power. As a 200-store chain, you're afforded different discounts and cooperative advertising opportunities that you wouldn't be afforded if you're in practice or independent operator on your own.
I understand you have an unconventional approach to franchising. What is unconventional about it?
About 2 years ago, we started experimenting with a seminar approach to soliciting prospects in certain markets that we are targeting. We do a mailing to a mailing list of people that we have, from the 3Os to investors. We invite them to come to a seminar and learn about owning their own business. They reserve a seat at the seminar. Typically the seminar is about 25 people in size, and we do an hour-and-a-half presentation on what it would be like, or the opportunity of being a Sterling Optical.
How does managed care benefit both the franchisee and customer?
Managed care has been a growing segment of the retail optical industry for the past 10 years. Any one of our locations, franchise locations, will have between 30% and 60% of their overall business from managed care, from a managed care customer. The customer benefits by having a managed care plan. For them, in many respects, it's really a prepaid vision plan where they pay every month out of their deduction out of their paycheck, and then they go in and they're able to receive services. So for them, it really just spreads the cost out over 12 months versus over coming in at one time and spending a large sum of money.
What level of service can a customer expect?
Our philosophy at Emerging Vision is that a customer walks into any one of the Sterling Optical or Cypher Sorise brands, and they're going to receive the highest level of service that they can possibly receive at any optical retailer. We do that, and that is supported by something we developed called Sterling Service Standards. There's 20 Sterling Service Standards, and every day the store and here at the support center, the employees at both locations will review the service standard of the day.
What is your strategy for growth?
Our strategy for growth is really a two-pronged approach. One is existing markets. We want to backfill with locations these existing markets that we're in. And with new markets, we want to grow through what we call area representation agreements. We go into a new market with an area representation agreement with, in many cases, somebody who is an investor who will commit to a development schedule and build out an existing market. They'll commit to building, hypothetically, 10 stores over the next 4 years in a market.
What screening method do you use to recruit new franchise owners?
We focus on, an individual's, not only their financial statements and their financial condition and their credit worthiness. We look at all those things. On top of that, we look at whether or not they have experience in the industry. It's not a requirement, but there are a multitude of factors. They're required to go through an interview with at least 2 of the 3 of us, and we make a group determination whether this is someone that would be good for the franchise system as a whole. The reason that's so critical, it's easy to say, well, if someone has the money, if someone's interested, why wouldn't you just franchise to them? It's not that simple. We have a lot of other franchisees that are relying on our brand, and basically, if we put the wrong person in, not that we get it right 100% of the time, but regardless of how much money someone has, if they're not going to be dedicated to their store, and they're not going to put the effort in to uphold the Sterling Optical and Cypher Sorise brand, it can have the effect of bringing down other stores in their area and in their region.
Do you find that most prospective franchise owners are in the optical business?
One of the things we are trying to focus on in order to increase our growth even further is to focus on non-optical individuals and get them the training and get them, bring them into the business. Because if you limit yourself, what we've found is while we've been successful in tapping the optical industry for people that are interested in the franchise opportunity, there's only so big a pool. And we're now really going to make a concerted effort to reach outside of that pool and look for investors, people that want to grow their own business and don't necessarily have optical related experience.
How does the franchisee benefit from the Sterling Optical umbrella?
They benefit in numerous ways. They benefit from having the support of our support center here in Garden City. We have individuals that have tremendous experience in each of the facets of running a business, whether it be legal, financial, marketing and advertising, customer service. We have individuals that they can call at any time to help them out. A lot of people in business, when they start their own small business, they're on their own. They'll hire an accountant, they'll hire an attorney, and then they just feel their way through the process. With us, they have the luxury of all of us in management having been through the things they've gone through, and all of us having seen what 170 other franchise stores, have gone through, and we've learned from their errors, and we can pass that information and knowledge on. So it's really, you always have someone there lifting you up.
What do you see for the future of Sterling Optical?
The sky's the limit. We're really starting to build, good financial health in the company, and with that is going to come the ability to take advantage of new opportunities that present themselves to us. With some financial health, we may be able to look at, the potential of acquiring other franchise chains and growing in a more rapid pace. We'll absolutely be careful not to do that at the sacrifice of our existing franchisees and what we've already built.
Our growth over the last year and a half has been tremendous. We've added more new franchisees in the last year than we did in the previous 3 years. Certainly, Sterling has been around for 90 years and will be around for many years to come, with continued growth in both opening new markets, which we've been doing this particular year, and also filling our existing markets with more stores and more franchisees to keep that brand awareness at a peak level.
The future of Sterling is very bright. As the industry continues to consolidate, many of the independent operators out there or people that want to get into the optical industry really need to do so with a partner that has a brand, an operating system, has buying power, managed care programs, and all of the things that we can provide. The way we see it here at Sterling Optical is if you're going to be in this industry, you need to be partnered with Sterling Optical.
As you can see, the team at Sterling Optical is committed to the success of each franchise owner. Their ability to offer personalized care and service with the power of a national chain is a recipe for success. So there's no time like the present to turn your dreams into reality. I'm Nancy Hornback reporting for Close Up on America's Business.